Hello everyone, I'm HorseyEatYou, and here I am chasing views. I made a tier list video a few months ago now that actually did really well, and I said, okay, might as well do another one, right? This one is about ranking everything in the Nasuverse, because I have read mostly everything in the Nasuverse. I think of the major titles in it, these are the four I haven't checked out, I think? Well, I have not played Samurai Remnant, I plan to. I've only read the first volume of Trang, or Fate Strange Fake, so I don't feel comfortable putting it anywhere. I really need to get back to that. I read the first volume back when volume 5 I think came out, so that was a long time ago. I know the anime is covered up to that, so maybe I can just rewatch it there. A prototype, I think this is Fragments of Blue, which is the light novel you can read about it by Sakurai. I've not read it. I don't even know if it's translated. It wasn't when I was interested in it. It might be now. And then the Tsukihime remake, it might be coming to PC next month. So I'll probably read it eventually. I say that, by the way, if you didn't know, exactly a year after Mahoyo came to consoles, it came to PC. So I'm kind of hoping, I won't have to. I would never emulate anything, of course. That's wrong and immoral or whatever. So I wouldn't do that. Or would I? Anyways. Get to it, right? I guess I'll just do it in the order they're in. El Malloy Case Files. Well, I don't know how to say his name. Don't ask me how to say his name. I do not like this at all, actually. I haven't finished this, so maybe I could put it in here. I've seen half the anime. I've read 2 of the novels, I think. And with how Case Files is structured, I feel confident that I know how it is, right? It's more episodic than something like Fate Strange Fake, although I know it has a main plot that kicks in what, book 6 or so. But anyway, I just don't like it, which is kind of weird for me because I'm a big fan of mystery novels and stuff. But maybe it's the fact that it's a fake mystery novel, right? It's oh, how could this have been done? Oh, this magic mumbo jumbo explanation, ha ha ha. Anyway, I mean the characters in it are fun, right? Who Hates Waver, Gray's fun. Who else is there? Flat, that one kid with glasses from Apocrypha. The cast is fun. Just I'm not into the plot. Fate Extra, that's another C tier. It's a very bad game. The remake might fix a lot of this, but at least when I played it, I kind of hated playing it, and the story was fine. It didn't make up for the fact that the gameplay is awful, and if you play it on an emulator, it doesn't have this problem. But I hated that it had a 7-day system, right? If you want to go grind, you basically have to go advance the day. And you cannot save while in the dungeon. Meaning, you're encouraged to stay as long as you possibly can. But if you ever die, you go back to the day before. You have to grind all over again. I hated that. I died so many times trying to grind levels. It was awful. Rock, paper, scissors. Right? I mean, servants in it are fun. Nero, look, she's good in Extra, okay? I swear. Nero's a good character in Extra. I never played the Tamamo route, but people are into her. And then there's that one red guy. Who is he? Nobody knows. Apocrypha? I read the first 2 novels and then watched the anime. So I haven't finished the novels. It's tough. I think so. Apocrypha gets a lot of criticism for Sieg, right? I don't necessarily think Sieg alone is the problem. I think it's particularly when Sieg and Jean interact. I think Sieg by himself is a fine character. I think Jean by herself is a fine character. But when they're in the room together, it just goes all the way down to C tier. But when they're not in the room together, it's a pretty good show. I would I'll need to see what else I put in A tier. It's either top of B tier or low A tier, okay? A for Apocrypha, how about that, okay? I think in particular the climax is really good, especially the fight scenes, right? The really good one, the Achilles versus Atalanta. It's a great fight scene. Or my favorite one is Chiron versus Achilles on the plane. That one is amazing. I love it. Just them duking it out. Come on, that can't not be A tier. Okay, this is part 1 of Fate Grand Order. I split it up into part 1 and 2. Okay, this is a lot harder to rank because it's made up of different chapters written by different authors, right? If I were to just judge it by Camelot and Babylonia, yeah, that's A tier, right? But when you factor in, oh yeah, it's got Fuyuki, which is fine. It's got Septum. It's got London. Those are the worst ones, right? And then it has, you know, okay ones like Okeanos in America. I put it B tier. It's got some stuff going for it. It's got some good stuff going against it. No, it's fine. Getsu Toya, this is a fun one. I have not played it in a very long time. I think it's been like 10 years since I played it. It was a nightmare to try to get the ending. I never even 100%ed it. Like, I know I missed a lot of content with Lulan, I think. But it was a good time. I liked it, actually. I think I liked it more than Tsukihime. Which is, I mean, honestly, similar opinion with Hollow Ataraxia. I just like the slice of lifeness of them. It feels comfy. Speaking of feeling comfy, what might be my favorite part of the Nasuverse, or at least my favorite main entry, is Mahoyo. I actually just finished it a couple weeks ago. I read the first, like, how far did the fan translation cover? Like the first 7 chapters years ago. I loved it. It was amazing, and finally got to finish it. It was even more amazing, and I loved it. It was great. I went into it because I always liked Aoko from like her little cameos in basically every series, right? So I wanted to see more of her. Turns out, no, Aoko isn't even the best part of it. It's Alice. Like, I think Alice and Sojiro just have like the best on-screen chemistry of maybe anyone in the Nasuverse. Like, I would read a 20-hour visual novel of them just like being like stuck in a room talking about food or something. Like, yeah, they're just that great. I highly recommend going to check it out. It's good. It's not too long. I still have to 100% it. I have like one side story left, and then the whodunit thing or whatever. But I mean, I've essentially finished it. I'm highly looking forward to Mahoyo 2, which will come out any day now, I am sure. It's not like that we've been promised that since 2012 or anything, right? I think it's supposed to be a trilogy, right? So we're just a little behind on that one. Okay, Melty Blood, honestly, I should put this in here. I played like 1 round of it. Of like its story. So I don't feel qualified to really talk about it, and I have no idea how to place it. Right? Go check it out. It's good. I liked it. The route system's kind of interesting. Basically, every battle, if you lose it, it's literally game over. No, that just leads to a different route, which is a cool system. Oh, this is the fan disc, isn't it? We can just put that in C tier. It's kind of weird I included that. I like the little plot twist in it. I think it's cute. There's not much else to say about it though. Tsukihime, actually, I wasn't super into Tsukihime. I thought Near Side was alright. For Far Side, I do not remember Akiha's route at all, which should tell you how I feel about it. I really like Kisui's route. Kohaku's route was good. So I'm definitely more of a Far Side enjoyer, right? I'm going to talk about this with the Tsukihime remake. That's kind of why I'm kind of scared to get into it. Like, I don't want like Shuni vampire. Like, I know they really expanded on Seal's route, right? They had a bunch of new characters. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, here's a new dead apostle ancestor. Ooh, that's so cool, and the guy from the church. Oh, but I just want like Shiki going insane in his room, and then his main going, oh, that sucks. That's it. That's what I want. I want a comfy little going insane story. Still, I still like it. I'm gonna put it top of B tier. Better than Fate Grand Order, yeah. Fate Extella? Oh yeah, another one I actually haven't finished. I played the narrow route, okay? I finished the narrow route. I'm qualified to talk about it. It's okay. It's better than Extra? Yeah, we can put it there. CCC, now that is a game. That is a game. Like, I think the first 2 chapters, they're like, okay, they're whatever, right? But once it gets into like, because chapter 1 and 2, they're about Green and Ronnie, right? Who are characters from Extra. Once it gets to chapter 3 and we're dealing with like all new characters. Chapter 3 is Passion Lip, then like, what is it, Jinako, and stuff like that, right? It gets good. And I can't not put it A tier. Like, I do think it has some parts where it drags, but particularly the like the interlude in the middle of it after chapter 4 and like the true ending and all that, it's a great time. I highly recommend going to check it out now that the fan translation is finally out. I remember I finished Extra in like 2015, 2016. I was like, oh boy, CCC will be out any year now. And hey, It came out. I was faithful. Okay, so I split Fate Stay Night into routes because it's too broad to talk about it, you know, just one entry. So this is Fate route. I didn't write Fate under it. Sorry. It's in one of these. Hey, let's, you know, respect to Tsukihime. Let's put it under Tsukihime, okay? The Fate route is good, and honestly, a lot of people hate it. I will defend it to the end of days. I liked it. There was one part in it that I remember I dropped the series for like a month or two. It was the date scene. I've talked about this. I won't go into it long, okay? But just, you have all this rising action. You finally get to, you know, all the servants are dead except one. You're gonna go to the final battle. All the orphans of the church are dead or something, yada yada. And then you just go on a date with Saber. And I always hated that part of it. Anyways, it's still good that, you know, there's obviously a lot of exposition in it. But there are some iconic fight scenes, especially I think with Hercules. I always like that one. But just going full tuning, you know. Anyway, Unlimited Blade Works. Probably my most controversial opinion here. It's my least favorite route in Fate Stay Night. I'd put it like here. Like, which is weird. Because my favorite character is Shiro. That is 100%. I am a Shiro enjoyer. That's why I'm here for Fate Stay Night, right? I love that little failure of a human, right? But for some reason I just did not click with Unlimited Blade Works. The second time I took a huge break during the series, it should have like a date scene. No, it was in the middle of Archer's like big reveal dialogue thing, like when Shio confronts Archer in Ilia's castle. Like I have no idea why. It's just like I cannot read this. I'd come back like every couple of weeks, read a few lines, being like, I'm not into this, save, and it took me ages to get through it. And I can't really say why. Like, I watched the anime. I had a great time with the anime. Can't really say. Anyway, we have Heaven's Fa, which is best route of Fate easily. I loved it. Everything's great. Ilia's in it, which makes it way better than the other routes where Ilia doesn't have a lot of screen presence or Ilia's dead the whole time. So obviously that makes it great. Shiro's in it. He gets to do cool things. The finale is in particular is great. I have not watched the movies yet. I really need to. I have nothing else to say about it other than go read Heaven's Feel if you haven't. Part 2 of Fate Grand Order? That has to be better than Part 1. So it's at least here. Is it better than Fate? See, it's tough again because I'm judging 7 different chapters. Or, I mean, 11 now with the Japanese server. Chapters. All written by different authors. Well, like, written by like 3 or 4 different authors, right? Over the period of like, I was gonna say 2 or 3. No, it's been like 5 or 6 years, right? Like if I just was judging Avalon LaFay, yeah, up there, right? It's well, maybe right there. But then you have to consider stuff like Sin, Hangin Curl, Olympus. Yes, I'm saying Olympus. I will die by that opinion. I think just because Avalon LaFay, you can put it A tier. A for Avalon. What is this? Is this Emiya Gohan? That's I don't know why I threw that one in there. It's all right. We'll put it top of C tier. It's hard to judge, right? Hollow Ataraxia. That is, I think that's S tier. Below Heaven's Feel, but it's a great game. Cool to see the characters just, you know, kind of existing. The main story's cool. It has my boy Angramania on it, who is the best character in Fate. You know how I said that about Shio? No. Obviously it's Angramania, who is actually just Shio, but different. And by the way, if you haven't checked it out, you definitely should. This is like anyone who has read or watched Fate Stay Night should go read Hollow Ataraxia. It is amazing. Now, Fate Zero, this is a hard one to rank. I know there's been like a lot of backlash on it lately because all the Fate Stay only people who, like all the anime onlys are like, Fate Zero's the best thing ever. So now I think all the visual novel readers are like, no, Fate Zero's the worst thing ever. Like, no, it's good. I have not read the light novels, by the way. I've only watched the anime. Very good series. But I guess you could argue that, you know, there's a few like retcons, like inconsistencies with Fate Stay Night, and who cares about that? That's nerd stuff. Saber's a different character. Who cares? It's A tier. I'll even put it above. Yeah, we'll put it above CCC. You know what? No, it has to be above Apocrypha. Apocrypha, get over here. Put it on top of A tier. Notes? I don't even know how to rank this. It's it's a little short story about a cool guy with a gun and an angel. It's Shuni. You can see it's how Nasu got started. Put it B tier. Fate Requiem. Dunk that, bottom of the list. I hate Fate Requiem. I don't even remember if I finished volume 1. I know volume 2's finally come out, but I'm not. I hate Fate Requiem. What made me hate it even more is Fate Requiem got an event in Fate Grand Order. It was somehow even worse than Fate Requiem. I hate it. It's like Case Files. I respect it. I do not like it, but I respect it. Requiem is just garbage. That's thumbs down. Do not enjoy. Do not pass go. Okay, hold on. We're gonna save this for last. Prisma Ilia. I probably should have split this one up into 3. Okay, but part 1. Very okay series. Nothing stands out too much. It's fun, right? Part 2 is split up between a bunch of creepy stuff, a lot of slice of life that drags on too long. I'm talking about is it two-way? I don't know how to count in German. Okay, part 2 of it, so it's split up into 2 seasons, right? 20 episodes, I think. Part 2 has episode 1 through 6, which is just slice of life chapters from the manga that I think were published in part 3, like 3 Ray or whatever it's called, right? Just back to back, and it's just like, let me have the cool Bazette fight scene, please. I want to see the cool Bazette fight scene, and it doesn't give you the cool Bazette fight scene. It just gives you stupid lolly slice of life that I hate. That makes it. That's definitely the worst part of Prisma Ilia. But then. 3 Ray or whatever it is comes out and it's Kino. But like you can't talk bad about the third part, right? Still waiting for the manga to end. I stopped reading along like years ago, right? It was after the movie. They're like preparing for like the final battle, right? That's the point where I stopped reading, and I've seen the anime after the 2. Like it's great. You gotta put it like, well, because of 2, we'll put it there. Cardinal Kyokai, I honestly don't like this one very much. I think movies 3 and 5, if I were just to rank it movie by movie, they could end up in A tier. But like, I did not like movie 1, 4. Well, 4 is like very short, right? 6 or 7, and I know there's at least one movie. Like, I haven't seen the epilogue. I only found out about it a few years ago, like way after I finished the series. And I know Shiki has a daughter in it. Like, I think her name is Mana, however you say it. Anyway, if I just 3 and 5 would be up here, but as is, like, it's definitely worse than Unlimited Blade Works, because like I still like Unlimited Blade Works. It's just something about it I don't know. Anyway, Carnival Phantasm. EX. that's the cake of the Nasuverse, right? That's what kept me going the whole time. When I was reading Fate Stay Night, when I was reading Hollow Ataraxia, when I was reading Tsukihime, when I was reading, I think I didn't read Kiketsu Toyo when I watched it. And I did not watch Melty Bloods. The whole time I was like, I understand everything now. I've read Tsukihime, I've read Fate, I can watch Carnival Phantasm. And then the random like martial artist girl from Melty Blood showed up, and I screamed. Because you always think you've read everything. No, there's always something else. Always something else. But it's a great comedy. I know Fate Grand Order got a Carnival Phantasm. I haven't watched it yet, but I hope it's as good as the original Carnival Phantasm, which is goated, as the kids say. Anyway, that's my tier of this. Is there anything in there? Like, Carnival Phantasm up there is kind of a joke, but kind of real, just because it is that enjoyable. Mahoyo being like the top real entry, that makes sense to me. I think Nasu is always better writing more personal, smaller stake stories than like grander, you know, world-ending threats. Fate Grand Order. Not that he's not good at that, right? But like just Mahoyo being about like, oh yeah, three people living together. Also, like, one of their sisters trying to kill them. That's cool. Also, she shoots down the moon. Then, yeah, Heaven's Feel, all that. Yeah, that's definitely S tier. A tier, yeah, that looks good. It's the best of the spin-offs, really. The B tier has like, we'll move Tsukihime up to A tier. I feel like that's fine. You know, we'll even move Fate up there too. Yeah, okay, and you know what, we'll put Limited Blade Works in. Okay. That's a better looking list, okay? Maybe we make a garbage tier for Requiem, but no, I don't think that's necessary. That's a little harsh. Yeah. I'm open to doing more tier lists in the future. Like, I think once every 5 months is a very healthy tier list schedule. I don't want to turn into a tier list YouTuber. I'm kind of thinking of doing a all-around visual novel tier list of every single visual novel I've ever read, which would take a very long time. Well, it wouldn't take too long, but depends on how long I ramble. We'll see. Anyways, let me know if you enjoyed this. Let me know about your opinions. If my taste is trash, I got a lot of that from my Fate Grand Order tier list, but I accept it. If you love Fate Requiem, you let me know. Okay, come on. There's no one out there who loves Fate Requiem. That would just be a lie. Everyone hates it, right? No, I'm sure people like it. Just it's not for me at all. Anyways, see you guys next time. Bye.